Crystal from the local counselling centre, and today I want to talk to you about trauma. Psychological trauma is a type of damage to the mind that occurs as a result of a distressing event. Trauma is often the result of an overwhelming amount of stress that exceeds our ability to cope or integrate the emotions involved with that experience. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, can develop following any event that makes you fear for your own safety. Now, most people associate PTSD with rape or battle-scarred soldiers, and military combat is the most common cause in men. But any event or series of events that overwhelms you with feelings of hopelessness and helplessness and leaves you emotionally shattered can trigger PTSD. This may happen especially if the event feels unpredictable or uncontrollable. There's also something called vicarious trauma, which is when the traumatic experience doesn't actually happen to us, it happens to somebody else, but we hear about it, and it's hearing about it or experiencing it that way that can actually cause a stress response in us. There are lots of different signs and symptoms of stress and trauma. So the list I'm going to share with you isn't exhaustive, but it's some of the more common signs and symptoms of trauma. So you might experience feelings of shock, denial or disbelief, confusion, difficulty concentrating, anger, irritability and mood swings, anxiety and fear, guilt, shame or self-blame, withdrawing from others, feeling sad or hopeless, feeling disconnected or numb. And some of these emotions you can associate with things like anxiety and depression. So it's important to kind of bear in mind that if something traumatic has happened to you, they may be linked to that. You can also experience nightmares, flashbacks, and difficulty sleeping, just generally. So LCC has an experienced team of counsellors who are skilled at listening, can offer valuable help in working through trauma, what it means to you, and in rebuilding your life. One of the most important aspects of trauma is recognising that life has changed and your old ways of looking at the world sometimes might not seem to make much sense anymore. Sometimes we might have to rethink the ways that we live our lives and what is important to us. We need to take time to reflect on what we've learned from our experiences, and working with an experienced counsellor can help you to have the opportunity to do this. I often think of trauma counselling as working in this way. So if you imagine you have a laptop computer and you are normally going about your day-to-day work on your laptop, and you are creating files and you're storing your files away in a lovely file in the hard drive somewhere on the computer so they're nice and safe. You know where the files are, you've labelled them all, you can access them anytime you want. It's all very tidy. So when we're processing normal memories of normal things that have happened to us, that's the way our brain will store the memory. So it's almost as though we have an experience, we remember what we need to, and we store that away in our own internal hard drive. When we have a traumatic experience and we're overwhelmed by emotion and overwhelmed by the experience and we can't make sense of it, we don't really have the same ability to store things away neatly and tidily because we can't process them. So we tend to do the equivalent of saving them on our laptop desktop, so that whenever we open our laptop we just see them there on the screen and it seems like they're disordered, they don't really make any sense, we don't know where things are, and it's all a bit of a jumble. That's what happens with post-traumatic stress or trauma. So all of these memories and emotions are they feel quite chaotic, and that's why we might experience flashbacks very easily, because everything's just in front of us all of the time. So what the process of trauma therapy can do is to actually help you to understand and clarify these feelings, experiences, and help you to actually file them away into your internal hard drive. And it's not necessarily a process of forgetting what happened, because we don't do that. It's about unhooking the emotion to the experience that you've had and storing it as a normal memory in the hard drive. If you're not sure whether we can help, the best thing to do is to always contact us, where we're very happy to talk through your experience and help you to understand the most appropriate pathway for you in terms of accessing help through one of our qualified or low-cost team members. So the way that you can access therapy works in two different ways. You can either go through our full cost service and speak to one of our qualified team members, or you can go through our low cost service where you can access therapy if you are experiencing financial difficulty or on a low income. You can actually see if you can seek help from one of our trainee therapists who are at an advanced stage in their training, who can offer counselling at a low cost. So the low cost service, counselling sessions start at £15 a session. To find out if you qualify for that, or just to talk through your options in more detail, please contact us. You can call us on 01462 674 671 or email us at hello@localcounsellingcentre.co.uk. Therapy is available in person, online or over the telephone, so no matter where you are in the country you can access help. And remember, we're always listening.